Okay, sorry, we're back. Let me go really fast. I'm really sorry. It cut me off when I was looking up this guy, right? Whoever he was. But, like, you get the point. I'm not going to go through it again. You can put your zip code in. So here's what happens. Let's say if you live in the city of Dallas, you can just go down to the public library and um, pick it up there. You know, I mean, you have to get a library card, but they just use your license or your ID. If you want to go to a University of Dallas or SMU, you'd have to stay on campus. You wouldn't be able to check it out. But that's not really an issue much because, I guess you could take a picture of the pages. Still, if it's a long chapter, that might be like annoying. I don't know if they let you print it, maybe for a fee. But let's say you wanted to go to Garland. I don't know why, because that's where you're going to go. Or you live in Garland. Who knows why. So you click on the Garland Library, and it'll allow you right here to go directly to the library's catalog. So here we are, looking for this Marshall Plan book. So I'm simply going to put Marshall Plan because the Garland system is really tiny, so it'll probably come up right away. It was like the red and white one. See, I said that, and yet it didn't. I don't know. I don't know why it's not popping up. Let me. Let's look for the ISBN number. When in doubt, always search with the ISBN. Where did I go? Oh, here. Maybe it's not there. Keep going. It's not like perfect. Maybe you want to go to Irving. Or maybe you live in Irving. Or know someone who lives in Irving. Let's try with the ISBN. Oh, done. So this is showing that the library, let's check availability. It's showing that it has 2 books, one at the Valley Ranch location, one at the West. Those are just different branches, and it's in. So if you don't live in the city of Irving, here's what you can do. You go to your city library, the library that is closest to your home, and you get a Dallas library card. I'm going to pretend that we all live in Dallas. Then at the library, you're going to ask them for one of these. It's called a Tech Share card. Okay, and it looks just like this. Mine looks just like that. And this Tech Share card allows you to check out a book anywhere in the state of Texas using your Dallas library card. Now, every library is different. I went to the University Park Library to use my Tech Share card, and they didn't know what it was, and we had to have a long conversation, and they didn't give me a card for their library. That was annoying. Then I went to the Richardson Public Library, and the guy was like well aware of what it was, told me he accepted it, gave me a Richardson card, but limited me to 3. Then I went to the Irving Library, used my Tech Share. The lady knew what it was. I didn't have a limit. They gave me a card, and I was on my way. So I think now I have cards to like 8 different city libraries, but the Tech Share card is how you access books in libraries when you don't live in that city. And the way you find those books in those different city libraries is by using WorldCat, right? To keep you from having to purchase the books. Or to keep you from having, like if you can't find it online through Dallas College or whatever catalog you're using, right? So that's simply all I wanted to show you. EasyBib and why we use it, I didn't show you. You can create a citation for, look, everything. Books, journals, newspapers, the Bible, a brochure, a cartoon, a chapter in a book, which is a very different citation than the whole book. Don't forget that. A newspaper, a film, a blog, you name it, you can choose it. This keeps going on and on. Okay. Also, EasyBib does a lot of other stuff, but I've never bothered to see everything, all that it can do. Back to the library. Let's say I want to get rid of the years, and this time I want to just look at articles. So I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to get rid of books. But this time what I'm going to do is I am going to go for articles only. But to keep me from wasting my time, let me apply that filter. One thing that's going to become super annoying is the number of book reviews. There are 8 million trillion book reviews, right? And we don't like them. So what we're going to hope to do is limit, hopefully only articles will show up. Sometimes you're going to get tricked no matter what. Sometimes there's an author's name in the running right here, and then you're stuck and you're just reading someone's review of someone else's book. Okay? But in this case, there's 2,000. I think that's a little much. So let's see if we can do the same thing again that we did before and limit it to dates. Let's see if this time we can limit it from 1970 to 1980. See what books we can find that just deal, okay. Biomedical waste, that's weird. I don't know why all this is coming up for Marshall Plan. See, I told you. See how it sneaks in? See that it's like showing it's a journal article and it doesn't say review, but it's just the review of someone else's book. This is useless, and sometimes I don't know how to filter to get rid of it. That looks good. I don't know. I can't see the date, so I'm gonna just click available online. And just to be sure, I'm just going to check citation, 1979. Okay, that's what I wanted. I wanted something written in the 70s about the Marshall Plan. You can see here, SAGE is another database. So maybe now you see what I was saying. If you're a historian, you can't miss out on any database. So you have to do a general search, and then it'll show you all the databases it's in. But this is a great example of the same article being in this same journal. That's the journal. The name of the journal is what? The Western Political Quarterly is the name of the journal. But that journal is listed in two different databases. It doesn't matter which one of these you click on, right? But I'm going to click on JSTOR. And you'll see my article is going to come up. It's slow at my house. Here you have the author, the journal. We're going to see, sometimes you get lucky and they write about the author on the first page of the article. Here he's saying, I would like to express my appreciation to these people for their comments, blah, blah, blah. I don't see anything about him. Oh, the American University. I don't have time. I'm going to take their word on it. So here you have an article by a historian from a journal. It's been peer reviewed. It's from the right date. And it looks like it's only 22 pages. And I promise it's not even that, because once you get to the bottom, you'll see that a lot of that is maybe the notes. Maybe. If not, you should still be capable of using it for research. Sorry. And then if you want to cite it, and again, here's the cite button where you can get it done for you. But even if it's doing Chicago style, we're back to what I showed you. It only gives you the bibliography entry. It doesn't give you the footnote entry. And if you want to take a great shortcut, you can go down here and export to EasyBib. In which case, it's going to go right into your, import it without the abstract. It's going to go right into your list. Okay, and you'll have to remember the author because it doesn't highlight it anymore when it does that. But you see that that's what it does by just asking it to go straight. And like I said, some people use Noodle tools, some people use RefWorks. I use EasyBib. Okay. And then basically that's how you get to count this as one of your historians. It's 22 pages. It's the same thing as using a chapter from a book. So you can see now why doing this over time is like really important. You can't throw this together the night before, and you also can't rely on Google Scholar because it's not going to do the same thing. It's not going to allow you to have access or to control what you're doing. And even if it did, it's going to be less likely to give you full text availability, right? And then you're just going to be searching through random things. Here I can go back and I can come out of this and I can keep going, right? I can keep scrolling to find, remember, we shortened it to only those 10 years. I think I'm done. I wasn't going to use much more of your time. I'm sorry I couldn't fit these 10 minutes and now you have a part 2 of research, but I wanted to show you WorldCat, how you get books from libraries where you don't live, the point of a text share card, how to use Chicago style, how to use Zotero. Sorry, you're on your own for that one. EasyBib, two now open because of what I just did. By the way, when you have two tabs of EasyBib open, you have to make sure that you refresh the old one because you'll freak out and think, oh my God, I told it to export to EasyBib and it's not in my list. It is in your list. You just have to refresh because it opened a second tab. There's my actual article. And then we're back here to the library, still looking for more things. In which case, don't do this. If you search in the full text, you're asking for it to show anything that has Marshall Plan in the full text. That's a little too broad, right? And as you get going, you can even get creative, right? If you know that you want to deal with science and you don't want to deal with history, you can, like, I don't know why there's so much for the Marshall Plan on science. Clearly that's something I should know maybe and I don't. But you can filter for that. You can filter for political. You can filter for education. You get my point. Okay. Thanks. I think that's it. Write me if you have any questions. That's it. Bye. Thanks.